Hey guys, this is Viper with another retrospective video review, although you wouldn't really call it a review because I'm not really going to necessarily review anything. This is going to be more of a trip down memory lanes. I've noticed that I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from you guys on the videos I've posted of, like nostalgic things or what I call, my retrospective video reviews like the Attack Packs and the Ecto-1 video, things like that that show nostalgic things. And nothing says nostalgia for anyone born in the 80s or 90s more than what you see in front of you, a VCR and VHS tapes. Now, this video has a little bit of a story behind it. Recently I've been getting into technology and, seeing how things are changing, with DVDs and Blu-rays and all this other crazy stuff. And recently I went through and I reorganized my room a little bit and I came across this drawer that I really haven't gone in a long time. It's kind of like a setup where there's a big cabinet underneath and whatever else. You can actually put a VCR in it. I just haven't been using it for other things. But as I was redoing it, I opened that up and I was amazed. I found a ton of VHS tapes. There's a lot more than this. This is just a small amount of them. And we have another VCR just like this. I actually hooked it up. And I was actually very surprised to see that, everyone laughs at VHS tapes, and, because obviously, let's face it, Blu-ray is, you can't beat Blu-ray right now. But I did find something very interesting. I thought just as a nostalgic piece, since there really aren't any videos on YouTube really talking about VHS tapes, and I know this is part of everybody's childhood, I thought I would just talk about it a little bit. Some of the movies that I've picked here and why I put them here. They're special to me for one reason or another. And also just comparing them to today's DVDs. I'm not obviously going to compare them to Blu-rays. And I know this is stupid to do any comparison, which I'm not really going to do. Because let's face it, how many years has it been since VHSs have stopped being made? But I did find something interesting while going back and forth between a DVD and a VHS. But before I get into any kind of, technological talk and babble, I just figured I would talk about, what the VHS tape meant to everyone back then. For 20 plus years, the VHS tape was the definitive home entertainment. And I'm sure so many other people my age, and I'm in my 20s, so many people my age, maybe a little younger, and definitely maybe a little older too as well. There was nothing like coming home and, your family sitting around the TV popping in a VHS tape. Now, I know that, of course, that happens today with DVDs and Blu-rays. But for my generation, that's where there's something special about tapes. Because, there was something that's a lot missing today about, going with your mother or father down to the video store, picking up a video to watch, coming home, watching it, and, I don't know, there's just something about it, I guess. Again, it's a nostalgia thing. And some of the videos that I actually have here, I put here just to just kind of show off what I'm doing, because if I just had a VCR here by itself, it'd be really pointless to look at it since I don't show my face on the camera here. But, for example, when I was little, we have, Homeward Bound on tape. I watched this a million times when I was little. 101 Dalmatians over here. The original Aladdin still in the, remember these huge guys here? It's pretty awesome. The Love Bug, the original one, not the new stuff. And then just a couple random ones here, like the X-Files, the first movie that came out. This is not my favorite Bond movie by any means, but it's the only Bond movie we have on tape, so that's why I threw it there. I'm a Bond nut. I've actually been debating doing a review on the Bond set, but at this point, it's kind of pointless to do that because it's been out already. And then this movie right in the middle, Batman, the original. I still love this movie, and this tape is beat, battered, bruised, and torn because I watched it so many times when I was younger. Little flaps coming up and everything. But I'm keeping it, even though I have the movie on Blu-ray. And the same goes for as you can see, the Star Wars. This is the original trilogy of A New Hope, Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. I'm keeping these because I know George Lucas messed around with the new Blu-rays, and this is technically a different version of the movie. I'm keeping it for that aspect, but I'm also keeping it because when I was younger, I watched these all the time. I watched Batman all the time, and it just brings back so many memories just looking at them. And I guarantee you, almost anyone you could talk to them in my generation who has any interest in nostalgia whatsoever is going to feel exactly the same way. They're going to remember movies that they would watch over and over again. And it just brings back all of that. And, you know, I apologize if I'm rambling a little. It's just, you know, like I said, just everything's just flowing back. You know what I'm saying? But into the more, shall we say, technological aspect of what I wanted to discuss today, I did find something very funny. Recently, I decided, because I actually have never seen the newer Star Wars, the 1 through 3. Speaking of video stores, actually, a long time ago when I was younger, my father bought Episode 1 and 3 on DVD and Episode 2 on VHS. Because, you know, it's a video store, it was going out of business, so they were just liquidating their stock and selling them for cheap prices. So I decided to watch them. Now, Episode 1 is on DVD. When I put the DVD into my DVD player, I was shocked. The quality on it was horrendous. It was just very grainy. It was very grainy. There were the huge black bars on the top and bottom, which I hate. And I was very surprised at it. I thought DVDs looked better than this. I was like, wow, this looks like a tape. Well, I ended up fixing that problem by putting the DVD in my Blu-ray player, which, you know, upscaled the DVD and it looked, you know, a million times better. But I did find it very funny because when we were watching Episode 2, which we had on tape, the VHS tape actually, in my opinion, looked better than the basic DVD in the DVD player, which I thought was very interesting because everyone was like, oh, DVD is leaps and bounds ahead. Well, remember, when DVDs first came out, Blu-rays were not out yet. So you didn't have an upscaling Blu-ray player. You didn't have an upscaling DVD player like we have today because everyone insists on 1080p or else, you know, the world's going to end. The world is not enough. But I just thought it was very funny because I've heard that for so many years. Oh, DVDs, oh, VHS, they look like crap, blah, blah, blah. And I just thought it was hilarious that it actually, in my opinion, looked just as good, if not better, than the DVD in the DVD player. So, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying go out and get old VHS tapes because they're going to be better than anything you've got today. Of course not, because, you know, it's unfortunately an old format that is no longer going to be popular. But for nostalgia's sake, it's actually very fun to pop in a tape and just watch it. Even, you know, if you don't care about watching it for quality. Like here, perfect example. These two movies. If I wanted to watch these movies for quality purposes, I have the Bond 50 Anniversary Blu-ray set, and all of them individually also because I'm an idiot and bought them twice because I love Bond that much. Or this one I also have on Blu-ray. If I wanted to watch these just for their quality, I'd pop in the Blu-ray, obviously. I'm not going to pop in the tape. But for nostalgia, if I just want, you know, what the hell? Relive the past. Pop in the tape. You know, and that's really just what I wanted to talk about today. It's just, I mean, it's a little bit of a rambling video, I admit. But, you know, I hope, you know, maybe there's some other tapes that you guys have these types of memories for. You know, I would love to see you post some comments. You know, what videos did you watch when you were little? You know, how did you feel when your parents took you to the video store and, you know, you got to select a different video? I'm very interested to hear it. So I hope you guys just enjoyed this little trip down memory lanes talking about VHSs, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.